Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle, but before I get into this battle, I would like to bring your attention to the promotion that I put up a few days ago. I believe it was 3 days ago. I've got my... Actually, let me check quickly here. Not wasting time, not wasting time. What day is it today? That's good. I'm professional. 3 days ago, I put up a promotion for Friends Week, if you guys would like to go check that out. It has been a long time. It was upload number 34 that I asked you guys when you wanted to actually, or what Pokemon you actually were, and that was on February 24th, 2012. So that was been a long time ago, but now I'm going to bring it. I just wanted to basically wait until all the tiers had changed, but now that they've changed so extensively, it's almost... ridiculous on the type of teams that I'm going to have to build. So go check out the promotion. I'll leave a link to it in this video. But other than that, today I have a standard UU match against a person by the name of Sangly Test. Looking at his team, he's got a pretty decent team here. I mean, it looks very balanced and everything like that to me. I have my LOL team, which has not been updated because it just works well anyways, even though Escavalier was moved to RU. I mean, it's still viable, no matter where it's moved. So, looking at his team, the Chandelure scares me a little bit because I do know from experience that basically I only have Swampert to take it, and that's if it doesn't have Energy Ball, which most do now for stuff like Swampert. So, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I'm going to have to play around that, but other than that, just keep basically watching the moves and just staying safe. So, in the ways it leads... he has a spinner, which is the Blastoise, but I figured most of his stuff will not want to take a Scald from Swampert or an Earthquake or anything like that, so Swampert just seems to be the most viable lead. So I'm going to lead off with Swampert, and now I will see you at the back. So, like I said, I'm going to lead off with Swampert. My opponent decides to lead off with a Flygon. Now this is perfect. I'm just going to go straight for the Scald because anything that he's got on his team will not like being burned, and I pretty much figured he's not going to want to stay in, knowing that it's going to be just in peril unless he's banded. So now I'm going to switch out, go to my Escavalier, fearing the Toxic, but he actually goes for the Trick and gives my Escavalier a Choice Band, and I'm already max attack, Adamant Nature, so that's just perfect. Now I've got a Choice Banded Escavalier. But now I'm going to switch back into Swampert just to threaten this thing out with a Scald again, as he just decides to set up his rocks. But now he's going to switch out, go into his Blastoise, figuring that I'm most likely either going to set up my rocks or just go for something like a Scald. And since Bronzong in, I'm most likely not going to go for a Toxic because that would be pointless. So now I'm going to switch out, go to my Shaman, which is my best counter to this Blastoise with the Seed Flare. As he actually goes for the Scald, I figured if he burns me or if he Toxics me, I can just switch out with Natural Cure, not a big deal. Plus I can take anything barring a Ice Beam, which shouldn't do much. But now he's going to switch to his Victini as I just go for a Toxic, pretty much figuring I can poison anything. And if this Victini did want to come in, now it's going to be whittled down slowly. I'm going to switch out, going to my Swampert, figuring the V-Create is coming, and I am physically defensive, but that still does a lot of damage. But then again, there's nothing else on my team that can really take a V-Create at this point, so that is kind of a weakness to this team, but I mean, you know, it's a theme team, who cares? So now he's going to switch it to his P2, he traces my Torrent, which is not a big deal. I'm just going to go for the Scald, hoping for burns. None of us are getting burns, which kind of sucks. I actually had this battle after a UU tournament that I was haxed out of completely, so I was really pissed, and then I see this, I get frozen on the first shot, and I was just raging on the side, but then I thought, I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. Unfortunately, he didn't bring me into Swarm range, but I am Choice Banded, so that's going to do a lot of damage to him. And as you will see, that was minimum damage, and now I'm going to grab maximum damage and take out his P2. So, kind of good for me. Now he's going to send the Chandelure. I don't know what he wants to do. I'm just going to check to see what he's going to go for. He does go for the Overheat, which doesn't tell me if he's Scarfed or Specs because Escavalier will be slower nonetheless. So I'm just going to go into Swampert, see if he wants to switch out, and that does confirm that he is choiced as he goes into Bronzong. So I'm just going to set up my rocks now, knowing he's not going to want to stay in, or that's just pointless in staying in. And now he's going to have to bring in his Blastoise if he wants to spin. So now I go into my Shaman, thinking that he's going to go into his Blastoise, but he actually goes into Flygon. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to take a U-turn or anything like that, so I'm just going to go into my Machamp, and he is going to go for the U-turn, and he's going to switch out and go into his Chandelure. Now, I do make some bad plays in this game, pretty much. Like, I didn't know what could take an Overheat, and I should have just switched into, Swampert, because I knew the Overheat was coming or anything, and stuff like that. But I figured at this point I might as well just get some Death Fodder going, maybe, even though Machamp would not be the best Death Fodder. But I wanted to bring him Manectric safely, and I go for the HP Ice, predicting the Flygon coming in. Again, he's not going to do that, and then I predict again for him to make a double switch, but he's not predicting, and he's catching me on the fact that now I'm over-predicting too much, so he's kind of got me stuck in that loop, and now my Manectric is dead, which is my Scarfer. So now I have to switch into Shaman. This is another bad play, because... oh my goodness, because if he goes for... he's not going to go for Toxic, he's just going to keep hitting me with this Gyro Ball. The moment I saw the Gyro Ball, I should have just switched immediately into my Swampert, but now I'm just seeing... now I'm just making horrible plays. This is nothing about hacks, this is just bad plays on my part. And I know Swampert can take both Earthquakes and Gyro Ball, so I don't know why I didn't do this to begin with. He gets a crit Gyro Ball just to punish me and tell me, you should have did this before. Sorry. I'm going to go for the Scald. Luckily get the burn on this one right before he goes for the EQ, so that'll be absolutely no damage done to me. But at this point, I'm basically toast, because I've lost my Scarfer. His Chandelure can still run free, even though I've got Stealth Rocks up. And this Flygon is still going to cause me problems if I can't get a burn. I go for the Scald and I don't get the burn, unfortunately. That would have made this battle a little bit easier, but he's going to go for the U-turn. Thinking I'm still not going to switch out. I know I can take a hit. He goes into his Blastoise, and just go for another Scald, and don't get a burn here either. So, I mean, you know, it happens. That's the way this stuff works. So I'm going to switch out, go into my Shaman. I'm pretty sure even like a Rapid Spin would have did a decent amount of damage to me. I don't know, but it's going to take me out with the Scald. Now, here is the biggest play of the game for me. What I'm going to do is I figured, okay, I've got nothing anymore, especially since the Machamp is gone, to take out this Blastoise. So what I thought was, well, I am a Life Orb Pain Split set, Sub-Split, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep subbing down while this Blastoise is hacking away at me. And, I'm just going to get myself to a range where I can't sub down anymore, and then go for the Pain Split so that he loses a lot of HP, because I know Blastoise runs HP investment, and then from there I should be able to take him out with a Life Orb boosted Thunderbolt. So as you can see, I did some calculations, and it turns out that I can take him out from that range, so that's probably the biggest play of this match, but now it's just all downhill for me, because, hey, I'm not behind a sub, but he's got a Flygon that's Scarfed, and he probably has a Specs Chandelure. So I'm going to fodder off my Manectric just to see what he's going to go for. He does decide to go for the Outrage, seeing that it is pretty much futile for me to try and do anything else. So I'm just going to come in, hope to goodness that I can take it. But he actually switches out, goes into his Victini as I go for the Scald. Victini's not going to take that very well, and plus the Toxic is going to bring it down where he just has to stay in. Now, I'm not sure on damage calcs on this, but he gets a crit on the Zen Headbutt. Might have mattered, but I'm going to say it doesn't, because he could have brought in his Flygon anyways and won. The Victini is going to fall, and all I've got left is my Mismagius, and he's got his Flygon. Obviously Scarf, because it moves faster than me, and he's going to take me out with the Outrage. So that was an excellent match. Sangly test, comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Not the greatest battle, but... you know, I wanted to bring some UU, and I haven't been playing a lot of UU lately. I've been more or less NU and Ubers right now, just to kind of just get ideas flowing and learning new stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, that will be the game for today. Just a quick request at the end of this match. If you guys can let me know on a recording software that is not Camtasia, that records sound out of the speakers, so like what Camtasia does only sucks at it because the equalizers are terrible for the sound. If you could let me know if you guys have used any recording software that's free, and if you can give me a security key or something like that, that'd be great. This sounds very illegal, but hey, everyone does it, who cares? And also just letting you know that I am gone for the weekend. It's probably going to be my last mini trip out with, well, I'm going with my girlfriend, but it's going with her family, so it doesn't count. But yeah, I'm going to be gone for the weekend, so I should be back Sunday night to hopefully get some more battles done, and I'm working on teams on the road, so if you're looking for me, you won't find me. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know about that recording stuff, and I will see you next time. Until then.